What's happening, fandoms? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we react to music videos and shows. Today's show is The Expanse, Season 2, Episode 2. This one's called Doors and Corners. Pretty sure that's referring to urban military tactics, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll figure it out during the episode, I'm sure. In our last episode, we were introduced very early compared to the books to Mars Marine Bobby Draper and her squad. And they were involved in an altercation between the US, or not the US, Earth, excuse me, Earth and Mars as they were trying to take over a research station. Ultimately, that station got nuked to oblivion, and Bobby and her squad did not have to drop and try and take it over by hand. It was a very interesting way to go about things. I really like that we're being introduced to this player, Bobby Draper, who does take a large role later. So early. She isn't introduced in any way until book 2, the very beginning of book 2, and an incident on Ganymede, which we haven't gotten to at all yet because we're still deep in the activities of book 1. So it was definitely cool because we get to see some additional backstory and understand her character motivation a little bit better. They're portraying her as a strong woman and an excellent leader for her squad. And heavily nationalistic, like very Mars first, everybody else can suck rocks kind of a character. Very much enjoying all of this, especially the combat scenarios and all of the space portrayals and the physics. As we know, all of these things are intended to be as true to real physics as is possible, and they're doing a great job. Love it. Really appreciate all of you folks that are following along, commenting, so encouraging, and appreciate you guys so much for all the likes and the comments, and thank you so much. But now let's dive into episode 2. Here we go.
The Nathan Hale was going to reach Phoebe ahead of the Scirocco. Mars clearly wasn't willing to let that happen.
But what was on Phoebe that Mars didn't want us to find?
We'll never know now, will we?
Sir, we precipitated this by sending a ship to Phoebe in the first place.
The deep radar station on Deimos. It's mostly automated, minimal personnel. Casualties will be light.
You want us to attack a Martian?
Christian providing.
It's a declaration of war.
No, it's a warning.
I step down as fleet commander.
Interesting. I was not expecting that. I like that character. He has morals. Love the planets line up sequence that they do. Okay, back on the Rosie at Tycho.
We'll start with conversation.
I think the second in command is a new character. I haven't seen her before, but I like the way she talks.
We barely got out alive. And the only reason we're here now is to see if you want to do something about it.
We're wasting our time here. Let's get out of here. This guy's no soldier. He's too busy counting bolts.
Who the hell is this asshole?
It was something new. A life form. Possibly extrasolar in origin.
Yep, extrasolar.
An alien life form?
According to the Jemung who discovered it on Phoebe.
Whoever unleashed it on Eros dosed everyone with radiation to spread it faster.
Do you have any idea of the resistance inside?
No, we don't. That's why we're talking to you. You're the military genius.
Well, I don't do that kind
Interesting.
of thing anymore. And the OPA is not an army.
We're going with it without you. And if you'd seen what's happening on Eros, you'd be right there with us.
Looks a little different. Like he cut his hair or colored it or something.
Welcome to Tycho Station. Now this is all commercial district around here.
What an
Restaurants,
amazing
bars,
shot. Oh my
brothels, all
God.
that good stuff. Supply depots are about 4 sections spinward. Yeah, that'd be a real shame.
You know the only reason they infected Eros is because it's got the poorest belters in the system, right? The ones no one gives a
Alex
shit
is-
about.
Trying to
make yourself feel bad about this?
Crew comes first. If we would have been back for strays, we'd end up dead like them.
Should have at least tried.
Yeah,
We could've
Alex is
filled the
really
roster with people,
trying
but we didn't.
to have some empathy here. And Amos doesn't have empathy.
I mean, doing nothing is just as bad as doing the wrong thing. Being a bystander. I mean, what kind of people are we that we only help?
He's just gone. Amos does not give a shit.
I'm sorry, darling. I think that's chance taken.
Your compare said he buy me drinks if I sit here and listen to you.
Amos hired someone to take his
Inventory
spot.
says we have 7,200 out of 10,000 rounds. If Alex burned 2,800 just getting out the Donager, we may have a problem. But this time it's different. After Eros,
Yep. Eros changes a lot of things.
Are you scared?
I'm angry.
People are treating the Belters like raw materials for this proto-molecule. Of course she's angry.
So, he said he'd be okay throwing me into space without my helmet, but that you wouldn't like it.
Sounds like Amos, 16mm.
That was in the first episode.
Kind of
Nice
hard to
callback.
explain. It's like a brother. We look out for each other. You threatened to kill him.
Just the one time.
Let's try to behave.
He did hold a gun to his head. Yeah.
We have bigger things to worry about anyway.
All I can tell you is that we're assaulting a station.
We just had a UN drone on Earth. Came this close to wasting that whoopo of a Sarala.
Oh, okay. Black Sky did the hit on Christian.
Oh, you get the inner's attention.
And how do you suppose that's gonna play out?
Real Belter took what should be ours, like Anderson doors on series. Maybe now,
He's gonna take his gun and shoot
maybe
him.
now, our time.
Oh, or just space him. Wow. Okay.
What happened to Eros? It wasn't a plague. I need 50 good fighters. Send your best.
Little lesson about mutiny. Wow. Ooh. Oh, stimulation.
Goddamn.
Don't beat yourself up. You have to flush out and engage that stealth ship or the pods will never make it to the station.
Interesting.
Load it up again.
Hey, your ship keeps getting killed. Yeah, a crack team of space commandos, you guys.
Miller, you're such a dick.
Listen, I hope you understand if I ask you to sit this one out. We'll be waiting for you when you get back.
Little acknowledgement that Miller's kind of on the crew now. Holden adopts people.
If that'll make you sit your ass down, yes. Please.
What's her angle with this guy?
Get him a proper scotch, please. Lagavulin. Now, why don't you grow a pair and tell me what you really think?
Despite your delusions to the contrary, you, Madame Undersecretary, may be the worst person I have ever met.
Wow. Okay.
War
You
hero.
don't understand shit about Fred Johnson.
Enlighten me.
Oh, then you want the real story?
Yeah, let's get the story.
Why wasn't he told?
Because the powers that be wanted to send a message to the belt. Defy us, we wipe you out. Message sent.
So
And Fred
Johnson
switched
was
sides.
set up.
Why? As a revenge against Earth. So does that make him a hero or a traitor?
I
A
don't know
little
what
bit of
it makes
both.
him. But I know that he's an honorable man who held on to his soul, and that is a tough thing to do in this line of work.
I want to talk to Fred Johnson.
Okay.
That is treason, isn't it?
certainly is.
Yep, she's recognized that her position is in peril. Now, who is... That's Fred's second in command lady, I think.
Your team ready? It's getting to be that time.
Roger that.
They are dark in their own kind of stealth mode because they're not transmitting and they aren't running their engine. That is really smart. Holden's getting his last cup of coffee before the battle. Of course.
All right, people, here we go.
MCRN coffee mug. Love it.
We all know we're in for.
Bumpier than this?
When you hit the ring, the port will seal to the hull. The station shouldn't vent any air, but keep your helmets on anyway.
Stay away from the Aqua. Star Helix, what you doing here?
Oh.
It's a bet.
Is that Diego?
Okay, Naomi. Empty us out.
He got rescued from being put on the float.
Sending people to their deaths.
Is Fred
Before or after
actually
you space
on
the
this
last
freighter?
skydive? Everybody here is a volunteer.
How long before this station opens up? Okay. The Rocinante is a loose cargo container.
Hey, when did you soldier up? Last time I saw you, you were stealing sewer water from the Grigas.
Gotta burn them all down, Walla. Make them pay.
At least they're not calling him Well Walla anymore.
They just cut us loose?
Nah, we with our own there now is all. Now I fight like he did.
You're still talking.
If another bounty ship don't see the blasting come from me, I still be on the float. All this just bonus time for me, Sasuke. Old man.
Okay. Looks like they're repairing that broken relationship.
The word.
We should be close enough by now.
Ooh.
Sensors are up.
We got a bogey on the far side of the ring.
Oh boy. This is crazy cool.
They're going next to the
Yep. Clear out those missiles. Ooh. Wow. They just have to hope they hit something important on that other ship. Do it, Amos.
Launching breaching pods now.
Oh, they're literally FedEx cargo containers. That is hilarious. Oh my god. Oh.
There's a gun on the ring.
Oh. Yeah.
It's a dumb gun for breaking stray rocks that can't hurt us. I'm gonna have to clear the station to fire the PDT. Do it! Roger!
Oh, now Amos is gonna get hurt. Ooh, boy. Lock in.
What the hell was that?
Oh, he's gonna put a stint on it. Interesting.
We gotta move out! Hard bird, now!
We do that and Amos is dead.
Oh boy. Oh, cannons. Oh, there goes one of them. Oh boy. Ooh, this is... Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Amos. There we go.
Surprise, assholes!
Oh boy. Ooh, is that stealth ship decommissioned now? Man, the Rossi took a lot of damage during that. Boom, boom, boom. Preach it. Go. Love this.
Look like nobody home, maybe.
Oh, there goes Diego. Is he dead?
You okay? There's a Joe around.
Oh. Wow, that looked like he got exploded. Holy shit.
5 of you guys come with me. Stay sharp. Everybody stay sharp and watch the doors and corners. Doors and corners where they get you.
Yep.
With him, huh? Go take him in that way. You down there.
Yep. Compartment by compartment search.
Alex, which pod was Miller on? I'm on it.
We'll see you on the station.
So, Fred's gonna dock? Interesting. I guess they took down all their defenses. I'm so surprised that Fred Johnson is personally on this mission. That does not seem the way a commander would go, but...
Hey. Come on, get up.
This is bizarre. What are these? It's blue, but it's an electric blue, not... Ooh. What?
Ceasefire! Goddammit! It's a top!
They just blew them all away. They were just doing research? Is that...
Nobody move.
Now's the time for all good men to come to the aid of their species.
Dresden. Evil dude.
Have we met?
Okay.
Get up. My benefactors are powerful. Get his ass out of here.
Let's go.
Idiots. We made a discovery on Phoebe.
An extrasolar life form.
Spill the tea.
We found your lab notes in the Anubis.
Maybe you can appreciate what it is. An organism that can repurpose other life forms and use them to evolve. Into what? We become our own gods. Imagine human beings able to live in hard vacuum without a suit or under the crushing atmosphere of a gas giant, or able to hibernate long enough to travel to this. The protomolecule wasn't sent here by accident. Earth was
Super
its
psychotic.
target. It was sent to hijack life on our planet for its own ends. So we have an understanding.
We're gonna need complete access to the data, as well as the names of everyone responsible for setting this in motion.
Yep, that's what I was waiting for. Yep. They were listening to him. He was persuasive. Oh man. This is one of the drawbacks, I guess, of having read the books. I knew that moment was coming, and so the anticipation, as sweet as it was, knowing his reasoning and understanding why he does it, yeah. And so I knew that Dresden's time was not long for this show, but yeah, it's a good thing Miller was there, because you know, the type of persuasive megalomaniacs that would do a stunt like Eros and kill millions of people for research, that's Nazi level nonsense. And they believe their own bullshit, and sometimes they can make other people believe it too. And Miller was like, they're listening and nodding too much, so bye-bye Dresden. Yeah. Wow. what an amazing episode. There was more combat and exterior shots and space flight and stuff than we've had the entire rest of the show combined so far, I think. Those were some glorious battle shots. And they gave us a little bit of a fool ya at the beginning because they were doing a simulation run of what the combat would look like. But man, when it was real, it was real. And so cool that we had Amos crawling around between the holes fixing stuff during the combat. I mean, obviously you don't want that because he's going to get hurt at some point if that happens, but it worked out this time, and we got it done. They really faked me out with the Diego thing. I don't remember Diego having any sort of a large role. In fact, I don't remember that Diego was even really a character, but I like that they've, had him kind of reappear a couple times now. This is the third time we've seen Diego. First he was stealing water and Miller ran him off. Then he was on his uncle's ship when his uncle put him out the airlock to survive his attack on the Mars patrol. And then obviously here, part of the assault team, I thought he was dead because that gel round looked like he had just exploded his brain. I thought he was shot and gone. So nice fake out on that. I thought that was very well done. And obviously this assault, there wasn't really any danger for them. If the guards were all purely there basically to keep the scientists in line, and with no real lethal ammunition, there was no real danger once they reached the station. All of their defenses were the stealth ship and their asteroid point cannon. So yeah, we got inside and they did their search, and it was just basically over by the time they boarded, essentially. So very interesting to see the scientists like locked into a virtual reality that they weren't even aware of their surroundings, being shaken and tapped on. They just completely were ignoring all that. And I suspect that little pod of scientists was not the only one like that. We didn't see more, but I suspect there were probably others like that around the station. And the confrontation with Dresden went down pretty much exactly like it did in the books. He was making too much sense and, doing his little speech about saving the future of humanity and have to break some eggs and whatever the actual speech was. But Miller was having none of it. And took him down, and rightly so, because people are corruptible. You hand them the most powerful weapon ever imagined, and people start to dream, especially people in positions of power, maybe like Fred Johnson and maybe even Holden. I don't know, though, because Holden saw the horrors of Aero Station. I don't think he could ever try to utilize the results from that experiment. In the books, there was maybe we'll still see this, maybe we won't, I don't know, but the information from the Eros experiment was basically being broadcast to the whole solar system, and people around everywhere were watching and listening, very similar to like a reality show in today's world. People are drawn to disaster and they want to see it. And so they were consuming the feeds from Eros as if they were like a disaster reality show. Maybe we'll see that. I don't know. But it feels like they have taken those pieces out, because we would have seen them before this, I would have thought. But in the books, it's a very eerie and disconcerting kind of a concept. And this, the pace at which they've found Dresden is much quicker, I think, than I would have expected based on how things paced out in the books. Everything is moving much quicker. And it feels like they're they're obviously pacing it for a television show. I mean, that's the answer. They've changed the pace to support action-packed episodes. And man, they are. I said it before, this was maybe one of my favorite episodes so far because of all of the ship-to-ship stuff, all of the space flight, all of the tactics. I loved the, drop a cargo container ruse. That was brilliant. And speaking of that tactic and the freighter that was captained by Fred Johnson and his second in command, I never saw the name of the woman who was backing up Fred on the screen. I didn't see it declared anywhere in the closed captioning, so I'm not sure who she is, but I feel like I recognize that actress, so I'm gonna have to figure out who that is. She has an interesting accent. It's probably put on for the show, but I appreciate the work that's being done there, and I'm loving that there are strong female protagonist figures in this show. Lots of them. So wow. I think that's all I have for this one. Update on where I am with the book reread. I have finished book 2 and I'm a few chapters into book 3, and that's way ahead of where we are in the show. But it's interesting, in book 3 the authors sort of take a different tactic. In the first several chapters of book 3, we don't touch in with any of the primary characters from books 1 and 2, at least not that I've seen yet. And I didn't remember that was the case, because they're setting up a bunch of different B plots that are intersecting at a big event later on. So it's interesting to see that, and I wonder how early they will start introducing some of those, extra characters and extra groups into the show, because we've seen that they're doing that. We've already met Marine Bobby Draper, who really is not introduced in any way in the books until the beginning of book 2. So we're way ahead of schedule on her, and like I said in the last episode, I really appreciate all of the extra backstory and character familiarity that we get as a result of that happening that way. So very cool. I like what they're doing. All of the changes make great sense, and they all are positive improvements to the story so far. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. We have a small group of active commenters on the Patreon that are following along as we release these. They're released a couple episodes ahead on Patreon in the full bring your own footage, watch along format. And it's fun getting some behind the scenes stuff there. And I've really enjoyed all of my commenters there. If you want to check it out, episodes 1 of Season 1 and Season 2 are available there for anyone to watch. You don't have to be a member. You can just check it out. If you don't understand how the format works, you can check it out that way. But we'll leave it there. Appreciate all the likes and the comments and the subscriptions. And you guys are great following along, and all the comments are amazing. And thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video.